It's fucking cold. Got your motherfucking ass. Oh shit! I didn't know I was on. Shit. Man, I was just about to say I'm gonna sit on here for a few minutes, and if don't nobody start commenting, I'm about to get off of here because I am tired. I did not want to come on here this evening, but I did. I did. So, what's up, Ruben? What's up, Brian? What's up, Kwame? What's good, Jacob? What fruits, vegetables you recommend to help build muscle? Something fucking bit me under my arm, man. Like, what the fuck? I haven't even been outside. I mean, I have, but like that was a while ago. Um, bananas, dates to build muscle. Yeah, bananas, dates, um, more dense fruits, more calorie dense fruits, nuts, nuts, and more nuts. Oh, what's up, Billy? I feel like there are some new people in here. I know Eludio. I don't know how to say your name, bro. Christopher. I could say Christopher though. What's up, Christopher? I'm just gonna call you Christopher. You're definitely new. Welcome to the live. I've definitely never seen you before. It has been extremely difficult for me just eating fruit. Why? Why has it been difficult? Cut it out, good girl. How you doing, good girl, Rebecca? At least you came in and said hi first. Hey, what's up, ACW? You going to start to eat more fruit? Oh, good for you, man. Good for you. Your body would thank you for it. Is there going to be another watermelon challenge? I doubt it. I don't know. You'd have to ask Bobby. I'm not doing one. Not this year anyway. Who knows? I'm eating watermelon right now though. Hold on, let me show y'all what I'm working with. Show y'all what I'm working with. But yeah, I'm not doing anything. So, and I don't think Bobby is either, because he got a couple things going on. So it don't look like it. I mean, you could start one though. You could start one up. Anybody could start one up. Do like little 14-day challenge or something. Yeah, I figured your name was Muslim. I figured that was a Muslim name. But okay, well, welcome then. I don't remember you from 2023, but welcome. I feel like I don't know. I, I feel like good girl Rebecca is trolling, but I don't know. I feel like she trying to set me up for something. But if she's still here, but yeah, if you are still here and you're not trolling, you're not just trying to fuck with me, then I would love to hear from you why you're gonna incorporate more fruit in your diet. What's up, Marcellus? Damn, you turned on her quick, Allie. Oh, you serious? What talk to me, Rebecca? What what's causing you to make that decision? I am on day 9 of my watermelon fast. That's what's up, Kwame. Salute, brother. Yeah, that's what you do. That's all you do, Rebecca. Like I wouldn't. I don't know. It is tough to get off of that. It is tough to stop eating animals. But yeah, good for you, Rebecca. Good for you. I'm happy for you. But yeah, if you just yeah, pink pineapple is good. Pink pineapple is better than a regular pineapple. Do you? What's up, Rose? Welcome to the live. Do you recommend a mono fruit start or just fruit period? I couldn't do mono fruit when I first started. I had to work my way up to that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, what I'm saying? I don't know where you are, Brian, just in terms of like what you can do or you're eating or any of that. But if you could do mono fruit, of course that's the best way you can eat. But I would say start with just fruit, just start eating fruit and see how you do and just go from there. Allie, look like you all by yourself in here now. Look like you all by yourself. Hey, I could prove you so wrong. I could prove you wrong like so easily. I could prove you wrong so easily. I'll do that if you go 5 days without putting on deodorant, Ali. I bet you won't do it. I bet you won't do it. Go 5 days without putting on deodorant. Thank you, ACW. I'm eating fruit also and lost 167 pounds and feeling great. That's what's up, Marcellus. Salute. Salute, my brother. What's good, James? James always repping Motor City. Yeah, them pink pineapples good. They GMO, but they they good. It's better. I like it better than the regular pineapple. And it don't like burn my mouth or burn my tongue or anything. What's up, Monica? It's always great to see you pop on. Yeah, Ali is just a unhappy person. That's all. That's all, Rose. Allie's definitely a troll, and she's unhappy. She's miserable. When I go live, is the highlight of her life. But she just looks forward to coming on and commenting a bunch of dumb shit. Yeah, you know what? The mangoes, I don't know. My experience with mangoes is tricky. Mangoes can be tricky. The only mangoes that I really like are the key type mangoes. Um, the yellow mangoes, they good too. I like the yellow mangoes, but the key types are the best. And yeah, the other mangoes I've had, like the red mangoes, different type that I didn't like them. But the key type mangoes, ooh wee, ooh wee, and you can't get them. I don't know when the season for them is, or like when they'll be back. So I don't even buy mangoes until I could get them. And I haven't been able to get mangoes for a while. Allie need a friend. Oh, for sure, Billy. For sure, you already know. Allie need a friend. Yeah, I just started I just started experimenting with different fruits. And I still do that. I'll go in the store. If I see a fruit that I've never had before, I'm gonna buy it. First, I'll Google search it to see what it tastes like. Just see what people are saying about it. And then, if I like what I read about it, then I'll buy it and just try it. And sheesh, I've discovered a lot of different fruits that I've never had before that have become my favorites. Even a lot of just like traditional fruits that I've never eaten before. Like I just I just tried cherries for the first time last year. And cherries, like instantly became one of my favorite fruits. Um, sheesh, it's so many. I just I used to never like blackberries. I like blackberries now. I used to didn't like strawberries. I like strawberries. It's so many fruits that I just used to didn't like. And the more my experience has been, the more you eat fruit, the more fruits that you like, because it's like your body is being reset. Your I don't know, like your factory settings or something are being restored to the default settings, to the original settings. And so it's like the more you eat fruit, the more you get aligned with your natural diet, the more you just start loving fruits. Yeah, so it's like kind of like smoking cigarettes. That's the best analogy I come up with. Because I used to smoke cigarettes, and that first time I tried smoking a cigarette, I was coughing and choking and shit. But I just kept trying to smoke. I just kept trying to smoke. And then eventually I stopped coughing. And then, eventually, my body just got used to inhaling that toxic ass smoke. And I didn't cough no more, you know. And so then when I stopped smoking, it's like my factory settings were restored to, their original settings. And so now I can't be around cigarette smoke at all. Like it aggravates, it just irritates me so much. And so that's how it is with eating too. You get used to eating things, you know, that are just unnatural, but you just get used to it. And so, you start leaving those things alone more and more, and you just start eating more and more fruit, then, your factory settings just kind of, get reset to their original settings, and you just start liking more and more fruit. And I can't speak on, like the other shit because I haven't eaten it, so I can't really say, but I kind of like I wonder about it a little bit. Like if I had say like some McDonald's, would it still taste good to me? Or if I was to eat some of the things that I used to love to eat, would it still taste good to me today? Like I wonder that, but I don't wonder that enough to try it. But yeah, hey Rebecca, man, I'm so happy for you, man. I am so happy for you. Man, I'm super happy for you. You are you are doing your body's gonna love you for it. I'm telling you. You gonna love yourself. You gonna love yourself for it too. Which I'm not saying you don't love. I'm just you gonna really love yourself for doing that because you're just gonna you'll see. You'll see. You start eating fruit, you're gonna start feeling so much better. Like you'll see. It'd be the best thing you ever done. Let me give Allie some attention before I don't want Allie to feel neglected. Cause she don't have no friends no more. The OG Bobby Smith, what up, God? Hawk, Hawk Flash, Hawk times Flash. I'm struggling with your name, brother. I'm assuming, brother. But welcome to the live. I know you haven't been on before. So welcome. Who, Ali, who are you talking to? Hey, what's the hey, what's the channel? What's the channel? I haven't had that happen like in a long time. I wonder if you're talking about an older video. Kwame said cherries and blueberries helped him get over COVID. Oh yeah, that's the old video, Hawk. I'm just gonna call you Hawk. That sound kind of raw too. Yeah, that's the old video. Like she made that video in 2023. She won't even talk to me no more. I used to fuck with her. She won't even talk to me. Like I used to create videos and tag her in them. And yeah, she don't even talk to me. Yeah, that's that transition, Jacob. That's that transition. But it's worth it though. Difficult and impossible are not the same things. So yeah, yeah, yeah. It could be difficult for sure. You're trying to adopt a brand new lifestyle. You're trying to do something you've never done before. So yeah, it could be difficult. But that don't mean it's impossible. That don't mean it's not doable. And it's worth it, man. It's worth it. What's up, Daryl? What's good, my brother? Oh, it's a new video? Oh man, I'll be happy if it's a new video. I'm not a vegan though. I don't know why people think that I'm vegan. People just assume that I'm vegan. I'm not vegan. People just be stupid. What's up, Shay? 2023 doesn't feel like a long time ago. It really don't. It really don't. It really don't. It feel like for real, it feel like 6 months ago or something. Hey, Allie. What's going on with you, Allie? Where your man at, Allie? Why you on my comments talking so much shit if you got a man? I don't think you got a man, Allie. I don't think you got a man, Allie. Because I think like you lightweight be stalking me a little bit, Allie. I'm just gonna be honest. You lightweight be stalking me a little bit. Give you play? That's funny, man. Don't know who say that. Give you play? Look, I had to go back in the archives to remember what that meant. I'm celibate though, Allie. I'm celibate. And I wouldn't lay down with no flesh eater. You can forget about that, Allie. Even if I wasn't celibate. I ain't laying down with no flesh eater. Anybody that has no problem with killing animals, I ain't fucking with you, man. Like you the enemy. I can't fuck with nobody that don't have an issue with killing animals. I'm gonna have to check that video out though. What's good, Gary? What's the word, God? Ali, you usually be gone by now. How you still here? How are you still here and still commenting? I'm about to let me see real quick. I'm about to look up this video. Oh yeah, it is a new video. One day ago, she got Misfit Vegan on there. She got Mango on there. She must be running out of content. All right, all right. What time? I just got on here. So y'all quiet today or tonight. Ali, the only one in this motherfucker that got something to say. Don't nobody else got anything to talk about. I'm gonna get off here early if y'all don't, got nothing to talk about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about her. Only thing I know about her is like she's just stupid. What's up, Christian? Hey, that's what's up, Gary. I know you be on it. Ali, you funny, man. You funny. You are funny, man. What up, Philip? Do I prefer juicing or eating whole fruit? I don't juice, brother. Let me see how long it's been since I stopped juicing. I stopped juicing. I don't drink anything. I just eat fruit. So that'll give you your answer. But 195 days. I mean, that's about a half a year, a little over 6 months since since I last juiced. Yeah, I don't juice. I don't drink anything. I don't drink water. I don't nothing. She got a video, Yaki too. What up, Rebirth? Whole fruit for a year. Salute. Salute. Ali, how long have you been eating just fruit, Ali? Yeah, I don't know what she meant by super aging either. Oh, so you watched a few of her videos, huh, Shay? I never watched any of her videos. I never even watched the ones she made about me. It's nice to be on the radar though. I'm glad to be on the radar. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad she make videos about me. I have been keto and carnivore. Pause. You have never been a carnivore. Continue. Keto got me off diabetic medicine, but you mean diabetic drugs, but not high blood pressure drugs. Those things are not medicines. They're drugs. They're not the same. They took me off high blood pressure drugs when I went vegan. Well, good for you for getting off the drugs, and good for you for not eating animals anymore. And there go, I mean, that's a hey, that speaks for itself. That speaks for itself. And that's not even like going vegan isn't even what's your diet like, Mona? I'm just gonna call you Mona. Because vegan, that don't mean you eat fruit. That just means you don't eat animals or animal products. So what's your diet like? Like what did you do to get all the way off the drugs? I've been on fruit since January. Just fruit, brown, red, or fruit and other things? Salute to you, Mona. No flesh in 2.5 years. Allie, you hear that? Allie still here? Allie left. Oh, that's what's up, brown, red. Nothing but fruit since January. Where we at? We in May? 5 months? Salute, salute. Brown, red, crushing it. Keep going, keep going. What's up, winter cold? Yeah, ACW. Go to vegan deterioration on YouTube. That's how you find the video. What do you think about Orville Douglas, Faith Eats Fruit, Tony the New, Tony the Raw, and Gillian Berry? I don't think anything about them. I have no thoughts on any of them. I don't even watch any of them. I've heard I I used to talk to Faith. I've heard of Orville Douglas. I've heard of Gillian Berry. I don't think I've ever heard of Tony the Rock. But yeah, I don't have any thoughts on any of them. Mostly, that's what's up, Mona. Mostly fruit for 2.5 years. That's good. Do you think yearly physicals are necessary or just prefer to go by how you feel? Well, I mean, I haven't been to the hospital in years. I can't even tell you. I think the last time I went to the hospital was when I had a dirt bike accident. and I fucked my I think it was my knee or something. I don't know what it was exactly, but I couldn't walk. So that was the last time I've been to the hospital. That was, I mean, like for me, that was that's been over 10 years ago. That was probably like 12 years ago, 13 years. I don't know. It's been over 10 years ago. I know that. So yeah, I don't a yearly physical for what? I hate hospitals, man. I hate hospitals. I don't even like going to hospitals to visit other people. So I don't want anything to do with a hospital or the people that work in them. I don't like the energy. Like the energy is just dark. None of them people know what they doing. They all strangers. I don't know them. I don't trust my health to them. You got to take your health in your own hands. I take my health in my own hands. That's why I eat fruit and nothing else. And that's my health care. That's my doctor, my physician. That's what I trust in. So I wouldn't go to the hospital, not even for a physical, not even for them to check my temperature, check my blood pressure, nothing. No, I hate the whole system. I hate the whole system. It's demonic. The whole system is demonic. Everything about it. I ain't letting them people. I don't even want them people touching me. I don't even want them touching me. I don't want to sit down on a furniture. I don't want to talk to none of them. Not even the lady at the desk, the reception. I don't want nothing to do with hospitals in no kind of way. So, I mean, for me to go to a hospital, I'd have to be pretty fucked up. I'd have to be in a lot of fucking pain. So yeah, I definitely don't like it ain't about what I think, you know, like a yearly physical, that's just something I don't do and I won't do. Would you ever collab with who? Would I ever collab with vegan deterioration? That's a hard word to say, man. I'd be struggling to say that word. Do you guys know about Free Melon Society? I don't know none of that. I haven't ate flesh since 60. What do that mean? Oh, 6 p.m. I thought you had left, Rebecca. But since 6 p.m., hey. I don't know what time it is there, but here you almost 4 hours flesh free. Have you been sick since eating all fruit? No. No, I haven't. True coat. But see, I don't know. Like, that's the short answer. No, I haven't. The longer answer is most people don't understand what being sick is. Like in a lot of cases, people don't understand the difference between being sick and the body detoxing. And there's a difference. So like if a person's nose start running, like they think they sick, they think they getting a cold, but that's your body eliminating mucus. Like you need to let that continue. Like you don't want to take drugs to stop that. you know. So being sick, no, I haven't been sick. Um, Detoxing, yes. Like I'm always detoxing, you know. Well, not me, but my body is. So yeah. And that ain't to say like I don't want that to be misunderstood because you know, I ate fucked up like most of my life. So, you don't just go from eating fucked up all your life to eating fruit and then boom, just day one, you're in excellent health. That's not how it works. I just wasn't a sickly person to begin with, you know. I mean, I hadn't gotten to that place, right, to where I was dealing with more serious issues. I had just minor issues. I was overweight by close to 100 pounds. And I mean, just being overweight is setting you up for more serious health issues down the line. Like being overweight, like you're putting yourself in position to develop certain types of cancers, certain types of heart diseases, diabetes. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't know, like I was in like a moment of grace and I just took advantage of it before shit just got really bad for me. And I just turned around and started doing things different. It didn't have to get real bad for me. Like it seemed like most people when they, change their diet, they're changing their diet because they're dealing with some sort of sickness, some sort of disease in their body, and they're trying to, heal naturally. That wasn't my case. I just realized that just from reading about everything I was eating, just researching what I was eating, I just was like, this shit is poison. Like everything I'm eating is increased. Like every time I eat, everything I eat is literally increasing my chances of developing diabetes and cancer and heart disease and being overweight and being obese, liver disease, like so many diseases. Everything I was eating was increasing my chances of developing some sort of disease. And so it was just me learning about what I was eating and wanting to be in the best health that I can possibly be in. So I'm like, I'm not eating that shit no more. And I just went down the line. Everything I was eating was just falling under that umbrella of increasing my chances of developing some sort of diseases. And just one at a time, I'm just eliminating things until I'm just at the end of the line now. And it's like, well, shit, what the fuck do I eat now? And then, long story short, that's where I started eating fruit. So, but it's like everybody, I haven't met anyone else that like transitioned to, whatever it is, like vegan, raw vegan, not really vegan, but like raw vegan or whatever, that wasn't dealing with some type of health issue that they're, trying to reverse. I'm the only person that I know that wasn't in that category. So yeah. So I just wanted to say that though, because it like the damage you do to your body from eating unnatural things don't just go away overnight because you started eating fruit. It's like I heard I read in Arnold Ehret's book, Mucusless Diet Healing System. He talks about how, like restitution has to be paid. Like there's like a recompense, like all the damage, like whether you're aware of the damage or not, whether the damage has like fully manifested itself or not, years of unnatural eating, it does affect you. Even if you feel great, it does affect you. Like you can't see what's going on inside of your body. And you go to the hospital, they can't see what's going on inside of your body either. But we reap what we sow. If you're eating unnatural things, it like that doesn't go without consequence. So to fully reverse the damage you've caused, you got to put the work in over a period of time. Like you just don't undo all you don't just undo decades of poisoning your body with just unnatural things in 30 days, in 60 days, you know, like despite what some people may say. So, you know, I just wanted, I just felt the need to say that because I don't know, I don't want anybody to think, well, I've been eating fucked up all my life, but if I eat just fruit for like the next 7 days, I should be good. And I should, undo all of that and reverse all of that and that. No, that's not the way that works. So, I was on I just did a podcast yesterday. I did a podcast yesterday. And the host asked me, um, like what type of like physical health benefits have I experienced since I've been, eating the way I eat. And, like my answer to that is just different because I don't have like a dramatic healing story to share with anybody. Like I had cancer and, I only had, you know, 3 months to live and I started eating. I don't have a story like that. But just when asking myself that, which I do, um, for me, it's not so much about what, you know, um, like what I've healed from or just the health. I don't, for me, let me say like it's more about what I don't experience, right? Like since I've been eating the way I'm eating, like there's no telling what type of, damage that I've averted, right? And I think about it like this. I don't go to the hospital at all. And this is somewhat what I said to her. I don't go to the hospital at all. It's people that I grew up with that aren't even here no more because they died of heart attacks and shit. Like there's people I grew up with that have MS now. There's people that I grew up with that are on prescription drugs now. There's people that I grew up with that are like nearly everyone I grew up with is overweight. Nearly everyone. There's only like maybe two people that I could definitely, there's one person that I could name just off the top of my head that I grew up with. I mean, this is my brother though, that's not overweight. Like he's the only person that comes to mind. Everybody else is overweight. Everybody else like they're going to the hospital, they're on prescription drugs, they have all these conditions, different conditions, like I said, some of them have died from health related issues, you know. I'm 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 none of those things. So I have to look at it differently. Look at what I'm not suffering as opposed to what I could be suffering. Because if you eat, you've probably heard this, but if you eat the standard American diet, then you're going to come down with the standard American diseases. Like nobody escapes that. Nobody escapes it. And the longer you live, the more susceptible you are to developing diabetes, cancer, heart disease. Like those are the top three right there. Those are the top three money makers. More people had those three diseases than anything else in the world. It's almost a billion people got diabetes. Almost a billion people have heart disease. Heart disease is, according to the statistics on Google, heart disease is the number one cause of death in the world. 1 out of every 5 deaths are caused by heart disease, right? And what's the biggest cause of heart disease? Fat from animals. Like out of every 5 people that die, like 1 out of every 5. This is, according to the, Google results, 1 out of every 5 worldwide. That's crazy. And that's caused by eating animals or, like animal products. I could be dealing with that, but I'm not. I could have some form of cancer, but I don't. I could have diabetes, but I don't. I could be on dialysis, but I'm not. I could have liver disease or kidney disease. Like there's all kind of things that I could be suffering from, but I'm not. And it's not even just about physical health though, because it's also about like mental health, emotional health. Like being on fruit has healed me like the whole person. This is like it's healed me holistically. Like the whole person has been healed. It's not just, you know, one aspect of my life. It's everything. Being on fruit, my social life has been detoxed. Um, my social media life is constantly being detoxed. My mental health has been detoxed. My emotional health has been detoxed. It's a whole life detox. Like I'm good all the way around. As a result of eating the way I eat. So like I'm not suffering in any area of life. So it's just mind blowing. Like when I see that, like people talk about, they just started eating fruit and it's a struggle. It's hard to eat just fruit. It's hard to do it. It's difficult, da 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 da. And it's like, yeah, it can be, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And it's just like what they say, like nothing good in life comes easy. Like you gotta work for that. Like you gotta earn it. Essentially you have to prove that you want it. You have to prove that you want it. And you're proving that it's all throughout the day. You know, it's not just every meal. Like you have to prove that every time you eat, every time you put something in your body, but you're also proving that by the places you go. the people you talk to, the people you let get in your ear, the people you listen to, what you watch and, like on TV or social media, YouTube, like whatever, you know. It's like she also asked me, well, she was just talking about discipline. She was like, you gotta have a lot of discipline to eat just fruit. I'm like, no, you don't. It has nothing to do with discipline. Like that is such bullshit when people say it's discipline. You gotta have discipline. You just gotta want to be healthy. That's all you gotta want. Like you just gotta want it. And you gotta just not change your mind about it. That's all you need. Because when you value and appreciate your health, you're gonna take care of it. Anything that you value, you take care of. That's all it comes down to. I just value my health. That's it. I don't ever want to lose it. I look at people that, I'm not going to call them old because there's no such thing of old people, because there's no such thing of time. So how can there be a such thing of old people if time is not real? These people that we see and we, call them old. They're not old. They just been poisoning their bodies their whole lives. And that's what you're really seeing. All these things that we associate with old age, it has nothing to do. There's no such thing of old age. Those things should be associated with bodily poisoning. Those things should be associated with just a lot of years of eating unnatural, toxic, poisonous things. Just a lot of years of not eating food and poisoning their body. That's what that really is. And so I see them all the time, and every time I see them, they show me what I don't want to be like and what I don't want to look like. You know, and I mean, just the way I look at them, like I don't look at them and just think, well, that's life. That's just the way it is. We live, we get old, we get sick, and we die. Like a lot of people believe that. I know better than that. I know that's not true. I know they look like that and like they can't walk and they're in wheelchairs and they're hooked up to oxygen and they're back in diapers and they just look so horrible and decrepit and frail and they're hunched over, their posture's all fucked up and they really can't do much for themselves anymore. I know it's because they did that to themselves through their diet. All of that shit is diet related. All of it. No old age. They just been poisoning their bodies their whole lives. Eating shit that's not food. Eating animals. Drinking bodily fluids from animals. Eating just a bunch of processed junk. Eating chemicals. Eating artificial flavors, artificial colors, artificial this, like everything they've been eating their entire lives is artificial. That's why they look the way they look and they can't move no more and they've lost so much of their independence and mobility and now their kids got to take care of them and they're like babies in a lot of ways. But that's why. So when I see it, I don't want that. I don't want that for me. So it's like I'm playing chess. I'm thinking long term. I'm making moves like I'm making moves thinking about the next 5 or 10 moves ahead. Like I don't know, it's just interesting to me that everybody don't think like that. Like that everybody don't value their health like that. And then to know like the what the numbers are saying about how many people got diabetes and heart disease and cancer, and then to know like I'm sure everybody on the chat got know somebody, family member, friend, spouse, know somebody that's suffering from some sort of disease or that died from some sort of disease. That shit is diet related. They killed themselves through their diet, eating things that are not natural, eating things that are poisonous to the body. People don't think the shit be poisonous because they've been eating it for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. That don't mean nothing. I mean, it's like the numbers don't lie. Like, I don't understand how people are ignoring these numbers. I got a sister that died from cancer. She had cancer once, and she thought that shit went away. I think it went into remission. I think that's what they say. She thought that shit was gone. She kept eating the bullshit. She didn't change nothing about her diet. And it never left, right? It never left. But it came back in full strength and took her out the next time it came back. Next time it like came back with a vengeance. And it was a wrap. Last time I seen her, I never seen anything like this in my life. Cause she was staying at my other sister's house. Or, my mom's daughter's house. And she literally looked like a skeleton. Literally. But she was still alive. Like I could tell she was still alive. But she looked like she was dead. She probably weighed about 60 or 70 pounds. I was like, whoa. That's diet, man. That's diet. She did that shit to herself. She killed herself. So, this has nothing to do with discipline. It just has to do with, how much do you value being healthy? How much do you appreciate being healthy? I mean, that's part of it. And then the other part of it, like for me, it's just learning about what I was eating. If you really value and appreciate being healthy, then you're going to pay close attention to what you're putting in your body. And when you start paying close attention to what you're putting in your body, then you're going to start realizing that everything you're putting in your body is poisonous. And you're going to stop eating that shit. That's my single motivation or inspiration. That's my reason. I just want to be healthy. I like being healthy. I like being able to get up and go and do as I please. I like being independent. I like being free. I like being able to ride motorcycles and dirt bikes and four-wheelers. I like being able to run and hike and camp and walk. I like walking without a cane and walking without a walker and not having to like I see these people in the grocery stores and they need, those motorized carts because they can't even walk around the grocery store. I don't want to have to depend on one of them. They only got like two or three for every fucking grocery store. I don't want to have to depend on that. I don't want to go back in diapers. You know what I'm saying? Like none of that shit. Like what? How? Like when I'm out in public, I'm seeing all these people. I don't want none of what they got. I don't want none of what they suffering from. And I know it's all linked to what they're feeding their bodies. They're poisoning their bodies. We are frugivores by nature. We are supposed to eat fruit. Fruit is our species specific diet. Fruit is human food, point blank, period. Now, if you have doubts about that, then, your journey is going to look different. I don't have any doubts about that. Like, I'm not on the fence about that. I'm not wishy washy about that. Like, I can't be like, you can't persuade me of anything else. Like, I know like 100% that that's true. So that's it. And, that's another aspect of anyone's journey because there's a lot of confusion in society. There's a lot of confusion about what is food and what should we eat and what are like what nutrients and vitamins and minerals do our bodies need, and there's so much confusion revolving around all of these things. And what really makes it confusing is people are just listening to other people and they don't even know, but chances are the people that they're listening to in some kind of way, directly or indirectly, they make money off of people who are sick. And so the information you're hearing comes with an agenda attached. And they kind of present themselves like they want you to be healthy, but they're not making money off of people when they're healthy. They're making money off of people when they're sick. They want you to be sick. They don't want you to die. They can't make any money off of you if you're dead either. They just want you to be sick. They want you to have some symptoms that they can prescribe you some drugs for that'll suppress those symptoms and just keep you sick, but keep you coming back for more and more drugs. I don't listen to people. I listen to nature. I learn from nature. That's why I live so differently, you know. So, and that's also why like I have no doubt in my mind about what humans are supposed to eat. So yeah, you put all those things together and you got me. You got me. You know what I'm saying? But it has nothing to do with discipline though. So what's up, Super Pool? What's up, Fourth and Fit? You like to go live with me on what topic? Now I wouldn't do Gillian Berry fourth and fifth. She asked me to I don't even think it was genuine for real. But she had reached out to me once and Actually, a couple times. Like one time, supposed to schedule something, and then I didn't hear from her for a long time, and then she reached back out again, and I was just like, I'm cool, which is what I should have said the first time. But yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't let her interview me. What you talking about, Kristen? That two-stroke power? Who can't handle it? You? Free Melon Society. Oh, that's what I'm late. Oh shit. These comments is from. All right, so I'm getting caught up on y'all comments because I was on my thing. I was on my thing there, and I know I went for a little while. Free Melon Society is fruitarian. I think you two should collab. You should collab with him. Yeah, I'm not even hip. Not even hip. Never heard of him. Where do you think you will transition to after this life? I don't even think about that, bro. I don't even think about that. What's up, Dream Realm? What's up, Happily Married? Yeah, that shit wild, bro, ain't it? The cow shit in the hair. That shit wild. I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna give it a shot though. Den. I don't know why the H on the end. I don't know how to pronounce the H on the end, but Den, what you out here doing, man? You be getting in fights all the time like that? I would take Allie to a slaughterhouse for a first date. And I'd be like, you stand here and you watch this shit. And she tried to cover her eyes, take her fucking hands off her eyes. You watch this shit. Watch it. Fucking watch it. What would you recommend for a new person trying out fruit diet? What would I recommend? About Orville Douglas? What do you mean, what about Orville Douglas? I don't even know how to answer that question, Jacob. As I was just say, eat what you like. I mean, that's such like a, I don't know, man. It's such a like a broad. I don't know. Like, I think you'd have to narrow that down some. But yeah, like generally, just eat what you like. If I think I'm addicted to pistachios, I can't stop eating them. I eat that and water-based fruit. Yeah, them pistachios pretty good. I had to stop eating them. I was eating too many of them. I think that's where a lot of my weight gain came from. I was ordering 5 pounds of them bitches at a time. And I mean, I'm just popping them bitches in like they so easy to eat. I had to stop eating them, which I'm not saying I stopped for good, but I stopped. I did stop. I stopped buying them. Those are when people get think they say, "Oh, this is fresh," and I'm like, "Fresh has been dead for at least 30 days." That's a good observation. That's true. Reading ingredients is life changing. It really is. It really is. That's why I'm on the path I'm on. That's how it started. That's what keep me solid. I mean, that's a big part of it. That's the biggest part of it, I believe. Like people eat the way they eat because they don't know what they're eating. And I don't know, it's crazy to me that people don't want to know what they're eating. Like people don't care what they're eating. Like they really don't care. Like people will go to a restaurant and just have a seat and some stranger come out, take their order, they look at I want this, da 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 da, and they'll tell somebody in the back in a kitchen that they can't see, a person that they never met before, like you don't know what's going on back there, and they'll just let complete strangers make their order, make their meal. You don't know what they putting in it. You don't know if they clean, if they dirty. You don't know nothing about these people. And then as it's just crazy to me, like people don't care what they put in their bodies. People don't care what they eat or drink. And that I can't understand that. I just can't understand that. Like it don't matter. Like it matters. And it's like you don't even have to search. Like they put it right on the packaging. Restaurants don't tell you at all. That's why I stopped eating at restaurants. Like when I used to, eat the way I was eating, I stopped. Well, no, I didn't. Never mind. I mostly stopped at eating at restaurants. But when I thought eating vegan was healthy, I would eat at vegan spots because I trusted that the vegan stuff was healthy. Then I learned that wasn't. So then I stopped eating at all restaurants. Period. But that's crazy to me. That people don't care what they put in their body. Like they don't even. I can't understand that one. Yeah, I didn't have any diseases, Christian, to reverse. What's up, Sharika? Christian, you just gotta eat food, brother. That's it. You just gotta eat food. Like people make shit so complicated. Sometimes learning can work against you. And it just made me think of this verse that say that it say something like, I'm gonna paraphrase it, but too much learning can make you crazy. Like you could learn so much to where you don't know shit. And people make eating so complicated. Just eat food. That's it. Like people feel like they need to know about, all the nutrients and the proteins and all the vitamins and all the minerals and fucking macros and micros and carbs and fats and calories, like all these different things. Like no other species has ever been concerned about these things. You just got all you gotta do is just eat food. Just eat the food that you were meant to eat. That's it. The rest will take care of itself. And that's what you see in nature. That's all you see in nature. Every species in nature, they eat the foods that they were designed to eat, and the rest takes care of themselves. They don't have hospitals, they don't have diseases, they're not dying from heart attacks or heart disease, or they're not running around with diabetes. Like they're not dealing with none of the shit that the so-called, smart humans deal with. The humans that are so smart and got all the science and all the data and the research get all the fucking diseases that we suffering from and dying from, like by the billions. Just eat food. That's it. That's all it is to it. I mean, that's how I feel about it. I mean, that's what I live. I don't even care about the other shit. I don't get into the I don't care about none of this shit that they talking about. I just eat food. That's it. I gotta use the bathroom, y'all. I'll be back. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Justin? I heard you talk about how humans aren't supposed to die. That resonates with me. Could you go deeper on that? How long do you see yourself being in your vessel? Well, I don't want to be here long, like for real. You know, um, yeah. So I'm not trying to live forever on this earth, you know. But yeah, I mean, just the human body is not designed to die. I mean, you know, one, you think about how time is not real, right? Like we're living in eternity right now. We're living in forever right now. Because time is not real. So you can't say like, the human body was designed to live for 80 years or, 90 years, 70 years or anything like that. It wasn't designed to die, you know. And then, you just the body is always in a constant state of purging and cleansing itself and removing toxins from itself, repairing, rebuilding itself, renewing itself, regenerating itself, you know. So, you figure like, I don't know, the human body is made up of trillions of cells, 20, 30, however many trillions of cells. And every day, somewhere around 330 billion cells are replaced with brand new cells. Nothing about the way the human body works suggests that it's supposed to die or that it was created with limited, a limited like a limited lifespan. Nothing. Like if you cut yourself, what happens? The body heals itself. That's just how the body works. Like the body is breathing on its own. Like we don't do the breathing. The body does the breathing. The heart is beating on its own. Everything is functioning flawlessly on its own. The only reason the body dies is because it's poisoned. That's it. That's it. And, like I said, the body is designed to, it's always detoxing and purging and eliminating, toxins, poisons from itself. But the way people eat, the body can't keep up with that. And so the body becomes overwhelmed with toxins, with poisons. Eventually, it just shuts down. Too much, can't handle it. And that's because nobody eats food. If you look up, the average lifespan of a human being or, how long humans are supposed to live or anything like that, whatever answer comes back is going to be an answer based on data or research of people who don't eat food. All of the research comes from people that don't eat food. All of the research comes from people who poison their bodies when they eat. All of it. There is no research of someone who has only eaten fruit their entire lives. Like the poisoning begins in the womb for us because our mothers don't eat food because they don't know what food is. And the poisoning continues throughout our lives. So, and then you still have people living to over 100 years, quote, years, right? Poisoning their bodies their entire lives. Now, their health may be shot and they may be on drugs and they may have had surgeries and different things. I'm not saying they're in excellent health or anything, but I'm saying if you could live, which is 100, quote, years is not a long time anyway. I know like most of us think it is, but it's not. Not if you compare people to living 900 years, or people that never died. But I'm just saying, like, if you could live that long, poisoning your body your entire life, imagine how long could you live if you only ate the food you were designed to eat and nothing else. And you just don't, like, even me, I can't say that. I've been eating food for 2 years, like a little over 2 years, like straight. That's it. Like my entire time here, I've only eaten food like straight, like every day for just 2 years. Like that's nothing in comparison to how long I ate fucked up. So none of us are eating our species specific diet from birth and has only eaten our species specific diet our entire lives. So all the research and data and statistics they have, it's all bullshit. So, but yeah, you know, the body shows you that it's not supposed to die. And you can just leave your body peacefully. Like you don't have to leave your body because the body was just riddled with, sickness and disease. You could just leave the body peacefully. You know what I mean? You don't have to leave the body suffering. It could just be time to go. Like, yeah, I don't want to be here no more. So, but yeah. What up? I don't know how to say your name. I'm just gonna call you Ed. What's up, Ed? ATL Fruitarian. All right, what's up, brother? What's up? Hey, for sure, Justin. For sure, brother. What's up, Lachino? Oh, would I collab with Orville Douglas? Probably not. Probably not. Just because I was asking him a question one time about healing, and he got offended. And I don't know, just I thought that was real, just weird. Like he just got real defensive and like he was offended. And that was really the only interaction, like exchange that I had with him. And I just was like, wow. I'm just trying to understand. And the questions I asked, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe he was intimidated by him or he didn't have an answer, so he just got defensive. I don't know. But because of that, I wouldn't collab with him. I don't think he would want to collab with me either. How much weight you think the average person can lose by just eating watermelon? You can lose as much weight as you want. Shit, I lost too much weight eating just watermelon. I lost too much weight, like twice, both times I did it. I did it, for more extended periods of time. I did it for 160 days 1 year, and I did it for 104 days the next. Both times I lost too much weight. I had to put weight back on. Like I had gotten underweight both times. So lose as much weight as you want. What's up, Annette? What did you eat to transition off the watermelon fast? I didn't transit. I just eat fruit. I didn't feel like it mattered. So I don't remember what it was. I think the first time I did the watermelon, I ordered a fruit box from, I don't remember the name of the place. I got it offline, but I ordered a fruit box to like celebrate my 160 days of watermelon. Um the second time I don't remember what I ate. I think the second time I just went like straight to heavier fruits to put weight back on. But I don't remember exactly. It's probably nuts, maybe. Maybe I don't remember exactly. What's up, Labash? Is Allie really back? Allie, where your man at, man? Why you be spending so much time harassing me if you got a man? What's up, Marcus? Hey, Allie, hit me up offline. What's up, Will? Appreciate that, brother. Dream Realm, if you ask me something, hold I don't know if I missed your question or not. You might have to ask me again. What are your views on these blues? I have no idea what a blue zone is. Where can I purchase your book at? You should be able to get it on my website, which is in the bottom left corner of the screen. Any new books coming out soon? I got a few on the back burner. Nothing that I'm actively working on to put out though at the moment. What up, Wayne? Can we ever get that debate with the dude who ate brain? No, man. Like I couldn't take that dude, man. I couldn't take that dude. I couldn't take him. Like because we would talk, on Messenger, and I'm like, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. What's up, Lynette? How did you feel after 100 days of watermelon? I felt great. Um, the first time I felt really good. Uh, I didn't start having symptoms of being underweight the first time until probably like around 100. I'm gonna say like around 145 to 150 days. Second time I did it, I started having symptoms of being underweight a lot faster. So that's why I stopped at 104 days. But yeah, aside from like muscle spasms or cramps, I don't even know which, like what's the difference between the two. But aside from that, that I would have, usually like in the morning, um, I felt great. I didn't even feel like I was underweight, but I didn't feel like I was underweight. I felt great. Yeah, I know, Lachino. Where you been? I've been going live every Monday. About to start 90-day watermelon fast next month. Can't wait. Let's go. Let's go. Turn up. Blue zones are noted to have the longest living people. I know Okinawa, Japan's one. There are only a few around the world. Like Chris, I know their diet is mainly vegetables and a little fat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing about them. But I would say, imagine if they ate what they were supposed to be eating. See, like to me, it don't matter how long people live if you know if they're not eating the food they were designed to eat. It don't matter. Like I'm not impressed by somebody. I'm just not impressed by somebody living a certain number of years. You know, unless I mean you start getting up into, I don't know, 3, 4, 500 years and you're in excellent health. You know what I mean? So other than that though, I'm just not really impressed by it. You know, like I'm looking at a lot of different things. I'm not just looking at how long a person lives, because there's a lot of people living long and suffering at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So like that's not even living to me. Like if you're suffering while you're living, I mean like every day is just full of suffering. That's not living. Not to me. I don't want that kind of life. And if you're like 100, whatever, and you can't do shit for yourself, you can't even stand up straight, you're on drugs. I'm not impressed by that. You know, if you're 100, and which I really don't even like saying that, but you know, and say like you look 25, then you'll get my attention. But you know, I don't know what these people in these blues like. I don't know nothing about them, but I just know that when I hear people, every time somebody talks about how somebody, how long someone has lived, and they eat whatever they want to eat, they never talk about the health of that person. You know what I mean? They never talk about their health. Like they never say, this person, my aunt, my mom, my whoever, has lived this long and they're in excellent health and they eat whatever they want to eat. Like I never hear that, for one. And for two, let me see what they look like. What they look like. Like these are things that like they don't never bring these things up. Like show me a picture. Like how do they look? Like are they still looking, young and youthful and vibrant? Are they walking on their own? Are they still driving? Are they still riding bikes? Can they run? Can they go for a jog? Are they still swimming? Can they still go hiking? Like, what's the quality of life like? So, and see, like when you say they still look old, right? There's no such thing of looking old, right? Because time is not real. So what you're calling looking old is they really look like they've just been poisoned in their bodies because age is not real. Age is not real, time is not real. Being old is not even a thing. It's not even a thing. So, what we equate with old age is bodily poisoning. So you just see evidence of them poisoning their bodies on their face and all throughout their bodies. That's what that really is. You got to think about it like this, which I was talking about this earlier, and I didn't finish like this point, but um, someone had asked about you know, me talking about we're not supposed to die, and so and talking like going I guess more in depth about that. I was talking about how the human body is made up of trillions of cells, and every day billions of cells. Like, I don't know, 330 billion cells approximately are replaced with brand new cells. But these cells are being created with the things that we feed our bodies. So if we eat shit, then these cells are going to be shit. These brand new cells are going to be shit, right? Because our bodies is using what we eat, what we drink, what we put in our bodies to create these new cells. So billions of cells every day are being made brand new from the things that we eat, things that we drink. Years of doing that, right? And what happens is you have more toxic cells, you have more unhealthy cells than you have healthy cells. And that's what people call aging. We are what we eat. We are what we eat. That's powerful because the cells of our body, the cells that make up our bodies, are being created by what we eat. So, like, if you're building a house and if you use shitty building materials to build this house, you're going to have a shitty house. And that's what people are doing to their bodies. Your body is always rebuilding itself, making itself new with the materials that you give it. So, it does the best it can with the materials we give the body. If you're giving your body shitty building materials, then you're going to be living in a shitty body. This is what people call old age or being old and things like this. And it's, I mean, shit, it's happening to, like babies. And like, I'm not talking about like literal babies, but I'm talking about people who haven't even been here long. People who've been here like 20 years, 30 years, you know, people having heart attacks in their 20s and 30s. Shit is crazy. But we're doing it to ourselves. Because for some reason, people think that they could eat anything and it don't matter. And do you feel like what we eat shapes our reality and how we experience this life? That's a great question. And it absolutely does. 1000%. Absolutely. I was just talking about this. I was just talking about this on the last podcast I did. That very thing. What we eat does. It it everything we put in our bodies, it affects how we think, it affects how we judge, it affects how we understand things, it affects how we talk, it affects our actions, our behaviors, it affects our mood, our attitude, it affects how we perceive reality. Which, if it affects how we perceive reality, that means it affects our reality. It affects everything. It affects every aspect of our lives. We are what we eat. 100%. Like, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, sheesh, people don't understand the significance of what they put in their bodies. It affects every area of your life, your finances, like everything, everything, relationships, everything, because it affects the way you think. So if you're eating shit that's just poisonous to your body, to your mind, it's going to poison your thoughts, it's going to poison your reality, it's going to poison the way you see, it's going to poison everything. And so your relationships are going to suffer, your finances are going to suffer, your career, everything suffers. Everything. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like, people don't take it serious. But like, man, like, how much are people suffering because of their diets? Like, to just connect those dots there. Like, I was just talking about this in a video, but we are what we eat, right? Everybody say that. I feel like most people agree with that, although they don't live like they agree with it. If you ask most people, do you think we are what we eat, or are we what we eat? I feel like most people are going to say, yeah. Whether a person agrees or disagrees with it is irrelevant, because it's true. That's one of those timeless, eternal, universal truths. We are what we eat. Like, we literally become our diet. Our diets shape us and mold us into the people we are. And so, like with that being said, when you know that, right, if there's something about you that you don't like, something about you that you feel need to change, like when people want to change their lives in some way, you know, people never look at their diet. When people want to change their lives, they always, resort to things like, like getting a better job or, going back to school, going back to college, getting a degree. They think making more money is gonna, be the answer, you know, or, like if they're single, they think that, if they were married, has children, starting a family, that would be the answer. You know, people, like when wanting to change their lives for the better, people are never looking at their diets, but we are what we eat. That should be the first thing you're looking at. But is people only look at that if they're like suffering from some sort of disease in the body. That's the only time. If people look at the diet, that's really the only time they do, is if they're suffering from some sort of physical disease in the body. But if they're like stressed out, if they're full of anxiety or fears or worries, concern, like things like this, if they're suffering from depression or any of these, things like, you should be looking at your diet. People are not looking at their diet in, situations like this. If they unhappy, if they don't have peace, yada yada, they're not looking at their diet. They're looking at other things. Like people don't even consider the diet, but we are what we eat. That's powerful. That's real powerful. Can being consistent in an alkaline diet, I don't know what you mean by an alkaline diet. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't. I just eat food, man. Just eat food. Like don't complicate it. Just eat food. And what I do know is that what people call an alkaline diet doesn't always consist of food. So just eat food. That's the answer to all your health questions. Eat food. What's the problem? The answer is eat food. Stop eating shit that's not food. Yeah. So I don't get into all those different things like alkaline and I don't know, whatever else is out there. I just eat food, man. That's it. I just eat the food that we're supposed to eat. That's it. I have no interest in nothing else. I don't even want to hear it. I don't care what people say. None of it matters. I just focus on eating food. That's it. And once you get clear on what food is, then you could just take off from there. But people got different opinions on what food is because people are listening to other people and they think that, you know, other people know more than them because they have a title. because they wear a lab coat, because they wear a suit and tie, because they have status, because they have like a reputation or whatever, because they have a degree or they have several degrees. And all of these people are ignoring what nature teaches, though. So anytime you're listening to people that's ignoring what nature teaches, you're going to be misled because they're misled. Because if they weren't misled, if they were in alignment, then they would be listening to nature. Like, you don't need scientists and research and data and all that dumb shit. Spending millions and billions of dollars on research and, what are we supposed to eat and that, like you don't need all that. All you gotta do is look at what nature teaches. What is nature teaching you? That's it. So as long as people are following these people, that make up what they call this matrix that we're in, you're going to be misled. There's only one teacher, and that's nature. And if what people are teaching is not in alignment with what nature teaches, then they're lying or they're just wrong. That's it. And I think I'm about to get off here. I've been on over 2 hours. Over 2 hours. So yeah, that's it, y'all. That's it for this Monday night live. Where my wife Allie at? But yeah. So hey, it was great talking to y'all, man. It's great reading y'all comments and reading y'all testimonies and y'all victories, y'all wins and everything. I appreciate all y'all that, just show me some love and, send me some encouragement. And it was good seeing y'all. It was good. I met a lot of, at least I feel like I met a lot of new people today, like Breakthrough. I know I've never seen Breakthrough on here before. But so yeah, I met a lot of new people. Every time I come on, I'm meeting new people. So it's always dope meeting new people. Talking to y'all. Ian, I think Ian is new too. Like new to me. I don't remember seeing you, Ian. But yeah, so y'all all have a great evening. And you too, Dream Realm and Ian and Christian, Rebirth, everybody. Brother Maurice just popping on. I'm about to pop off. But yeah, if I don't catch y'all sooner, then I catch y'all next Monday. Hopefully y'all can all make it. Bring some people with y'all. Y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all soon.